Well, good evening and welcome back, Delmarva. Just a day after the U.S. House voted in favor of a bill that would prohibit trans women and girls from competing in female sports, Congressman Andy Harris is praising the passage of that bill and touting his support of the legislation. The Protection of Women and Girls Sports Act passed by a vote of 219 to 203 on Thursday. Congressman Harris voted for the bill that would prohibit transgender women and girls from competing in female athletic programs. Now, he says the biological differences put female athletes at an unfair disadvantage.
It's just unfair. The bottom line is it's unfair for people who again, who are biological males, who have the muscle mass, who have this, the size of their heart. As a physician, I'm telling you, there is a difference. It's a genetic difference, and it's just unfair.
Now, we reached out to Trans Maryland, who was quick to fire back, condemning the congressman's words and position on the issue. Trans Maryland Executive Director Lee Blinder says despite the efforts federally, there is state guidance that protects transgender students on this issue.
MP SSAA guidance is very clear that trans people are to be a part of sports. And we want to see trans people be able to enjoy sports just the same as cisgender young people do.
Now, while the legislation has passed the House, Congressman Harris says it will likely be blocked and not considered in the democratically controlled Senate. You can, of course, get more details on this story in our website. That's 47abc.com. Well, moving on here in the first state, we have some major news involving marijuana out of Delaware. Governor John Carney announcing that he will allow House Bills 1 and 2 to go into effect without his signature. Now, the bills will remove all state-level civil and criminal penalties from simple marijuana possession and create a highly regulated industry to conduct adult-use recreational marijuana sales in the first state. Governor Carney released the following statement saying, in part, quote, "I came to this decision because I believe we've spent far too much time focused on this issue when Delawareans face more serious and pressing concerns every day. It's time to move on," end quote.
All right, let's jump right into it. This weekend's forecast will feature lots of changes. We need the rain. We're going to get a decent amount tomorrow afternoon and especially into the evening. I know a lot of allergy sufferers are ecstatic about the fact that we can clean some of this gunk out of the air. For your weekend plans, it is going to be that afternoon and evening time frame Saturday that we'll have some problems. But the first half of the day, it looks good. If you're running in that Salisbury Zoo 5K, the weather is perfect for it. I might see you out there. I'm going to be bringing up the rear, so don't worry. I'll be out there for a while trying to get that run done. Man, I'm trying to run in this the past week. Yeah. But anyway, temperatures coming down just a bit. 78 for a high. That's going to be an early high before the storms kick in. We're going to track these in a moment. And then big changes there for Sunday with how it will feel. We drop to 49 in the morning. We won't get back to 70 in the afternoon, but the sun will be out throughout the afternoon. So a big cool down that will take us into next week, and we won't have anything like this. Tying a record today in Georgetown with a high of 90 degrees. In Salisbury, we were close. The airport, 89 degrees. Again, that record would have been 90. So I can officially probably say that it was a summer-like day. The humidity was up a little bit today, too. It was a good evening, though, for Third Friday out of Salisbury as skies stayed clear. Of course, we had dry weather. Showers and storms increasing off to the west. A slow-moving but potent cold front that will cross over the mountains late tonight and start to fire up storms west of our area by midday tomorrow. 71 degrees right now in Richmond. I point this out because it is the mid-Atlantic right now that has the warmest and most unstable air, and with a little bit of sun tomorrow, that will allow storms to fire up and become severe on the other side of the Chesapeake Bay. I mention that because by the time they cross over and get to us, they'll start to lose some of their punch. But I think over in Cambridge and East, and we'll have to keep a close eye on this here as I run this time through about 5 o'clock. At any point, a shower or thunderstorm could cross the bay and continue to develop with the heating of the day, and we could see some stronger wind gusts, especially in the western side of Delmarva. But going into the evening, the focus is going to be on heavy rain and some embedded higher wind gusts. maybe an isolated damaging wind threat. By midnight, this is now crossing over to the beaches, and it's out of here by well before sunrise Sunday. That's why I'm confident Sunday is going to be a very nice looking day. It's just going to be a lot cooler. 57 to 62 for tonight under a mostly clear sky. As mentioned, tomorrow, first half of the day, all good. It's the afternoon and evening we'll be watching off to the west for showers and storms. That'll make for an okay beach day. We're just going to lose the sun in the afternoon, but the rain will not get to the coast until after sunset. Marine forecast looks okay. Small craft advisory, though, out for the Chesapeake, and that lightning threat will be increasing in the afternoon across the Chesapeake, too, so keep that in mind. 67 on Sunday, and we're hanging out in the 60s next week. That summertime weather is gone for a while. We're looking at 60s through Friday, with shower chances arriving again Thursday and Friday. We've got more DSI coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.